Minister, how are you? Honourable Minister, we're from Honourable. If Honourable is the guest manager of talent in the Federal Republic of Nigeria, he manages two-face and so many of the top artists. He's the one who's finding the finance you're looking for and pumping it. And he's on the board of COSON too. You are on? He's on our board. If the DG of NTA is there, the DG of FRCN is there. Honourable Minister, the makeup everybody knows the makeup you know, he sells recharge card in the day, and his own job and he dresses me, he has the most unique clothes. Even the OBJ is wearing his clothes.
You are my African queen, and I know, yes I know, yeah. She's my African queen, and this I know, and yes I know. I say, as I see you turn your back, my body to me like saying I just the speak. I don't know your name, forgive me if I call you this girl, but the truth be said because you fine, and I want to say hi, but it pain me, say I don't know your name. I be you be too late, I be you be joy, I be you be Jennifer, I be she Betsy, I don't know what's all up for her, something too bad. I love you, I love you, yeah. I say Lai Muhammed, you are welcome, COSON, say we welcome you, welcome the daddy, welcome the father, welcome the man of the people, yeah, welcome and welcome everybody, COSON, welcome you, thank you for coming out of the I say Lai Muhammed, we say we love you, we love you, we love you, and may God bless you, may God bless you, may God bless you. This is a lovely day, and so happy today, and we see lights everywhere, and see your intolerance, and to the people all over, everybody COSON, we say we love.
I am probably the happiest person in Lagos today to have at COSON House the incredible, unstoppable, Honourable Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Muhammed. It is wonderful that he is with us. This is not talk, but this is action. We are we are immensely happy to host him at COSON House. We will take him around the building and show him the facilities, and then we'll go to the famous COSON Umbrella, where important statements are made these days. You know, on June 12th, important statements were made in this house. You know, we'll set this place up so that when there are important discussions, people can come here and discuss under a first-class atmosphere. Honourable Minister, I want to welcome you again on behalf of the musicians of Nigeria who are the owners of this building. I say to my people, when you say now that you're a tenant, I say you can't say that you're a tenant because every musician has one job in this building. You know, so and we own it. And there are no encumbrances whatsoever. We don't owe anybody #1 on this building. So that makes me extremely happy. So on behalf of the members, the board, the management of Copyright Society of Nigeria, COSON, I have the greatest honor to welcome a man who doesn't just talk, but he does. Let me say one thing that some of you might not know. Last week, I got a call. You know, I checked the phone, it said LM. That's how I stored the number of the Honourable Minister. The Honourable, I picked up the phone. It wasn't his secretary. It wasn't a personal assistant, and I know that he has a lot of them. The Honourable Minister said to me, I have an event on Monday in Ikeja, and you have to be there. I fixed other things to do that Monday, but I went to the event. The first thing was that when I got there, the Honourable Minister was already there. And for a whole day, I counted 9 hours, he was talking to the creative community. He was listening to them. He was discussing with them. First, that's not the first time the Honourable Minister has called me. I've lost count. You know, I've known so many ministers in my life and at my age. I don't know anyone else who will call you like that and ask you questions and seek directions. The other people behave like they know everything. He has an ear to listen. He has the patience. I said 9 unbroken hours on Monday. He was talking to the creative community, listening to their problems, finding solutions. I want to say to you, sir, thank you so much for that honor, for that respect, for being approachable, for being reachable. You know, it makes people like us happy and gives us hope that Nigeria has a chance. You're welcome. You will make your, if you want to talk to your people, you can talk to them, but your formal speech will be inside COSON House. You're welcome again today, sir. But please, our drink. I can taste it, we are fine. Yes. The minister hasn't, let me say that the minister hasn't come here alone. He's come with his top generals. The DG of the Nigerian Television Authority is here. He's my friend. I like to say that publicly. That's the Director General of the Nigerian Television Authority. He's here live. The DG of the Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria is also here. He's also my friend. And they're here live. I know that some of the other DGs, you know, I had a discussion with the DG of the National Film and Video Censors Board. I know he'll be here. I know that the DG of the National Film Corporation will be here. You know, all the generals of the Information and Culture Ministry are going to be here today. That shows the kind of rapport that our minister has with his generals. All over here are stars, but I'm going to introduce this gentleman. This is Mr. Ndebeli. This is the father, the real father of the guy we call Don Jazzy. He looks younger than Don Jazzy. But that's the father of Don Jazzy. I have a lot of great people here. Okay. I just mentioned him, the Chief Executive of the National Film and Video Censors Board. I told you that I spoke with him this morning. I said he would be here. You can see that I was not lying. He's here live. You're welcome. Mr. Deyemi, please come. That's the essay to the Honourable Minister. This is another essay, Mr. William Sadele here. So the minister didn't just come to see us. The minister has come with his top general. Say whatever matter you have. So the ministry will say to say, please meet one of our biggest dons. He's the biggest dons. You know, he is a member of the board of COSON. He is also founder of Cabal Entertainment, one of the biggest entertainment companies. And if you come from the part of the country where I come from, and you don't know Obi Asika, then something is wrong. Obi, you're welcome. Yes, this is the representative of the Director General of the Nigerian Copyright Commission, Mr. Obi. Please, where is Professor Viegara?
Yeah, behind you.
Prof, no, Prof can't be here. We are introducing everybody.
Retired.
No, this is a gentleman like no other gentleman. One of the most brilliant Nigerians that I have ever known. You know, like I can say that he was my teacher in school. Until this morning, we didn't know that he also taught the Honourable Minister of Information and Culture.
That's why that's from law.
Yeah, that's why he also taught the acting President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Yes. He also taught. You know, if you are a product of Professor Viegara, you know, you will go with some dengue. Prof, Prof happens to be the chairman of the committee that drafted the Nigerian Copyright Act. Yes, he was also the first chairman of the Nigerian Copyright Commission. He has been in the system, amending laws all over the country. He's an important national resource, remains one, even at 81 years old. Thank you, sir. Another prof, please, Professor Bankole Shodipo. Don't mind him, he's a very young man. This gentleman is the first Nigerian to get a doctorate in intellectual property law. And we have been in the trenches for quite a while. We worked together on the committee that drafted the Copyright Act. He's taught at the Nigerian Law School over and over again. For several years, he was president of the Intellectual Property Law Association of Nigeria, Dean of Law at Backup, man of many parts, brilliant Nigerian. Prof, it's nice to know you. Please, Mr. Tajuddin Adepotu is here. For those, you might not know him by name, but you know him by his brand. This is the guy behind Sound City. He was Sound City, he was on TV. He's the one entertaining everybody and the one showing that broadcasting can indeed pay. You know, again, he's my friend and one of the greatest supporters. You know, Tajuddin Adepotu, known for movies, for music, for everything creative. I welcome you to COSON House. You know, yeah, everybody knows him. Roxon. You know? This is Mr. Roxon Ikeja. Roxon Ikeja is a brilliant Nigerian lawyer in intellectual property. This is the guy that fought MTN to a standstill on the issue of intellectual property. Those who might not know Honourable will know the things that he has done. I have no doubt that this is the most brilliant manager of talent in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. All the popular artists who have had in the last couple of years, FA has managed their careers. If you respect Two-Face today, Two-Face has stuck with FA. This guy is brilliant, is committed. If you're having any discussions on how to move the entertainment industry forward, the Honourable needs to be there because he's been there, he's seen it. I can write a book on it, but it's natural. Of course, TV has been one of the movers of the entertainment industry in Nigeria, one of the movers of the movie industry in our country. People welcome me to COSON House. I know that we are part of making this happen. There are so many stars I can go on and on and on and on.
Gentlemen, everybody.
Just late. maybe they're in the field. This is our licensing office. We have people here who monitor what's being used to ensure that those works have been properly licensed for the interest of the owners of the work. This is very, very critical for us. These are the people who keep reminding me that we have some unfinished business. They ask me, what are you doing about FRCN? I say, unfortunately, I'm falling in love with the guy there. But I hope that today we can hear some good news.
Just like to
the library. Here.
Okay. Honourable Minister, we are setting up a major library here. Right. Because we think that part of the problems we have is ignorance, lack of information. So we are compiling all the important materials on intellectual property, the laws, the judgments, the brilliant write-ups. We have a lot on new media and electronic files. So you can come here, put electronic files, and you can watch, you can study, you can... For me, this is one of the critical parts of what we've set up at COSON House. So we can educate people continuously on this. Again, once again, I'm happy to welcome you to the COSON House Library. Just arrived, is the rainmaker himself. Lord have mercy. How you doing? We are conducting the minister around COSON House.
This is the general manager's office. Yes, a very humble office anyway. Very functional. You're welcome, sir. Yes. So
no, he's the one who runs this. I don't have a I don't.
So let's go to our finance.
Right lawyers who deal with the intellectual property issues.
Easy, Papa, easy.
Nigeria.
Nigerian national anthem. Honourable Minister, one of the reasons we invited you is so you can understand that. Because most times people say things don't work in Nigeria. I say no. There are areas and pockets where things are in fact working in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, for the Honourable Minister, and those of you who are coming to COSON House for the first time, the story of COSON. Thank you so much.
There is a thread that connects all these top artists that are making waves and promoting the image of Nigerian nation across the world. Yes, they all have great talent, but there is something else that connects them. Yes, each and every one of them is a member of COSON, Copyright Society of Nigeria, Africa's fastest growing copyright collective management organization, which has revolutionized the management of copyright royalty collection and distribution in music in Nigeria, and giving exceptional verve to the Nigerian music industry.
I know that went for pretty long. If that's all we achieve, try and give some indication of what makes us different. We are a Nigerian organization, but we do not believe in handouts. We believe that one of the things that has destroyed our country is the concept of everybody expecting to get some money from government. We don't take money from government at all. The other principle that drives us is the fact that we believe in excellence. If in the COSON licensing department, all the people come from Kogi State does not matter, as long as they know what they are doing. We do believe at COSON that the private sector is driving our country. And that's an indication of what we have just seen about God, and that everything is possible. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, all kinds of stakeholders keep coming in. At some point, I hope that we will be able to introduce some of them to the Honourable Minister. But we are hosting someone here today. We are hosting someone today. Today is Saturday. People usually go to weddings and all kinds of things, but the place is full. Who is this man that we are hosting? Why are we hosting him? Please, ladies and gentlemen, take a little time. Let's know about our special guest at COSON House today. Thank you very much.
Today, COSON House hosts an unassailable and fearless public servant, a master of public relations, an erudite lawyer, and an administrator par excellence. Stand up, ladies and gentlemen, for a champion, the champion of the creative industries in Nigeria. Stand up for the unassailable and fearless public servant. Please stand up for the Master of Public Relations, the erudite lawyer and administrator par excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the COSON House podium, Nigeria's Honourable Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Muhammed.
Thank you very much. Thank you very When innocently accepted Monday, come and visit Ikeja is this kind of reception. I'm overwhelmed. And thank you very much for being here. We have under this roof intellectuals, stars, administrators, practitioners of the entertainment industry, heads of parastatals of the creative industry, and distinguished Nigerians. I'm very proud of COSON. And if there's anything that I think COSON is not doing enough, that COSON is not marketing itself enough, I think we are underreported because we have overachieved. I think the important thing here is that COSON is a great Nigerian organization, but it functions like any other international organization in terms of excellence, in terms of competence, in terms of understanding its strength and its core values. COSON is very set to the creative industry. Because without COSON, many of our artists would leave the pen. COSON is to the creative industry what I would say other professional bodies have their professions. But the unique thing about COSON is that it's operating in an extremely tough environment. Operating in an environment where people actually believe that the intellectual property of people is the general property. Where people believe that there's no reason, there's no logic to pay for the labor, sweat, and talent of others. And this is what makes us, of course, more difficult. It's amazing that in under 7 years, COSON is able to build this great organization, which does not only protect the artists and the musicians, but actually also protects the interests of all of us. Because I can imagine what it would be a world without music. To be an extremely very daughter. Now, when this government decided it was going to restructure the economy, and that would no longer be held hostage by one product, food off, It looked into agriculture. It looked into solid areas. But it's also looked at the creative industry. That is why in the economic and cultural growth plan of this government today, the creative industry is mentioned as one of the key areas where we can diversify the economy. What is creative industry? It's not just music. It's not just film. It's not just media or entertainment. It includes fashion. It includes architecture. It includes media. It includes interior decoration. So you can see that compared to creative industry, it's that industry which is talent-based. That industry which is a product of talent, not about creativity. And it is an industry in which all the government needs to do is to provide an enabling environment, provide the framework, provide the protection. In every part of the world, this is the private sector driven industry. But for too long, we have not been able to provide for the creative talent the environment that it needs to survive. What are these things? These include capacity building, it includes infrastructure, it includes very strong laws, it includes protection of intellectual property and enforcement by laws. This is why this administration slowly, gradually, but consistent at the addressing these issues. In the area of capacity building, we succeeded in working with two major organizations, the British Council and the Tony Elliman Foundation. The British Council only recently trained for us about 40 festival managers run across the country. These managers are today being prepared to go on attachment to world festivals. The idea is to provide them with the skill, knowledge, and capacity to build audiences, capacity to manage, and capacity to turn this industry into an economy. Oh yes, it's true. Music entertains, but music is business. Music is economy. And what we have realized is that there's that gap between the creative industry and the private sector. And what we've been doing in various ways is to bring together the private sector and creative industry in a manner that there will be cross-pollination. A good example of this is the Ministerial Task Force on the Creative Economy, which has been set up, which includes major actors in the industry, but also major actors in the private sector. The creative industry today needs very good lawyers to survive, very good technology to survive, good, accountants and portfolio managers. And it's no longer like the past, where the creative industry depends solely on the talent of the artist. Now, this week, Monday this week, we also had a dialogue during which about 50 to 60 major stakeholders in this industry, film, music, fashion, and the like, met we try not just to discuss our problem, but also to provide solutions to our problem. And this is one of the things we are doing to ensure that we transform this industry into a viable economy. And on Monday, we'll also be holding an international conference on financing the creative industry. Because we realize that one of the major barriers, one of the major difficulties we all have, is how do you finance, the production of a film or of a music? How do you distribute our works? How do we protect our intellectual property? And these are things that are going to be discussed in this conference on Monday. What we had this Monday was an eye-opener, but it showed us that, it showed me in particular the immense capacity that abounds in Nigeria for the creative industry. We have one of the best minds, not just stars, one of the best entrepreneurs, one of the best dreamers, one of the best administrators. And by the time we finish that dialogue on Monday, everybody went to wiser, everybody went to media, and we all went to much more detail. Now, there's nothing I can give. The government cannot know it. And the government cannot understand your business if you don't know it. But if there's this regular dialogue between government and the sector, I think to provide for a better industry. And there is really the transform the potentials of this industry, music, film, especially in the area of creating jobs, area of creating is immense. Many countries have built their economy just around this industry, and Nigeria cannot be an exception. Today, probably one of the biggest ambassadors is having Nigeria, I think, at the music space. They are more popular, they are more famous than evil ministers. And they have brought glory to our country. They brought laurels to our country. And the only thing we, the government, are doing is to encourage them. And I'm not telling that this government is doing everything possible to encourage this industry. The Nigeria Investment Commission has put forward a proposal through which this industry will be classified among what we call pioneer status. As a pioneer status industry, will be entitled to certain incentives, tax holidays. In addition, they have put forward a proposal for waivers because people come here with equipment to make films, equipment to produce, and the custom duties payable on this equipment does not make the product. No, government is enterprise wide, so this is also being considered. But more important is that this government is determined that henceforth, whatever will be consumed in Nigeria in terms of music or film must be made in Nigeria. We cannot continue to go to South Africa or any other country to record our music, produce our film, then send them back to be consumed in constitution. The broadcasting code is very clear on this matter. The advertising code is very clear on this matter. It says it's certain for you to classify the product as a Nigerian product. It must have a certain percentage of Nigerian content. What we have today is that Nigerian artists sometimes are flown out of this country to go and record, and when they get there, they are patronizing the economy of another country. Then the product is brought here and we consume it and we pay for it. One of mine said is like somebody saying that somebody is going to China or Japan, making a product that looks like palm wine and brings it back to Nigeria and says, "Make it." Because as long as we are not able to implement our own code, for so long, our young talents are unable to get jobs. We pay. It's Nigeria that pays for the smart cards, that pays for what makes this production. Therefore, Nigerians must participate in this system. This afternoon, I'm also holding a meeting with the relevant regulatory authorities, and whatever amendment needs to be made to our broadcasting code that will ensure that Nigerian artists are empowered, we make those amendments to ensure that we have an industry that will be viable, will be dynamic, will to sustain us. Now, the creative industry is limitless in scope and potential. And with technology today, we are very confident that we will be able to address some of the issues that are very paramount to you. And I'm talking about the issue of protection of intellectual property. I'm talking about fighting piracy. I'm talking about distribution. We are moving ahead with the digitalization project of our broadcasting. And when that comes full circle, it is possible for artists to release their records on our platform without going through, cassettes, DVDs, and CDs. I'm looking forward to a situation whereby when people have the set-top boxes in their houses, will activate the video on demand, the music on demand. So we will pay, we will buy and pay for the music and their film and videos without going out of their home. This way, able to don't the days of pirates. At the dialogue last week, various ideas came forward, including involving certain governors and agencies in fighting pirates. But the good news is that my way back to Abuja and some ministers, I was told that in Morocco, one of the last official events that the Honourable performed, he actually gave an undertaking that piracy won't be fought with standstill. And that piracy will be seen just the same way as we are seeing economic sabotage. And with this kind of presidential result, it becomes more easier for us to continue in our fight against piracy. I've said it every time, and I'm not happy saying it, that the creative industry is our new oil. It's the only oil that was not dry oil, because it's an oil which well is embedded in the brains and intellect of our people. We're a country of great schools. We're a country of great culture. And all we need are platforms for us to tell this story. On our part, we have struck an agreement with CNN and the United Nations World COSON Organization, through which we are going to use the Honourable as a lens to capture the rich cultural history of Nigeria. And here we're not talking about films for film's sake. We're talking about a 13-part episode through which you can see the Nigerian music, the Nigerian fashion, our landscape, our talented artists, just through the lens of not producing. These are things that we are going to unfold and we are going to engage each and every one of them. I know that we also, like I said, we also have other meetings and we also have other engagements. But we spend one of the best Saturday mornings here today. I'm very grateful for the honor you called me, the public brought to organize this reception. But more importantly, I'm going away convinced and satisfied that we have an organization called COSON that ranks among the best, not just in Africa, but the entire world. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Please, sir, I beg you, do not go away immediately. We'll try and make it very quick, yes, but we prepared for you, we've been preparing for you, and you're here today. You can't just walk out. But Kofi, the guru is here. Kofi would like to say some of the things. Kofi, we'll make it short and sharp, right? So that we can move on.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, Honourable Minister. Thank you so much for the very impactful words. And we thank you indeed for having the time for us today. I'm very blunt and honest. My name is Kofi. I'm the only comedian who is not scared to tell the truth. My friends play a lot. Prior to today, I've never met you, I've never seen you speak, probably on social media or television. People have said a lot of things about you. I'm not going to miss words. They say things that that man lies a lot, blah, blah, blah. They say a lot of things like that. In fact, somebody has been saying it all morning. And I know you've heard people say it. But today, you have cut across to me as somebody who knows the way forward for us. And you have been very honest and open about it. Because some of the things or questions I was going to pose at you, I realized that you said some of those things in your speech. Sir, when I was a kid, what I used to see of the fight between musicians was very local. Barrister and Collecting, fighting, and all those things. Obesere and Pastor Pamwan. It's amazing that this is 2017. The stars of these days actually fight from international borders. Whiskey, Davido, Techno, they were fighting from abroad. It goes to show how powerful this new generation of music and intellectual property. It means a minute you drop something here. Michael Jackson's album probably took 3 months to get back to us here. But now, a Korede Bello releases a song tonight. Tomorrow morning, the whole world has it. Our songs are everywhere. Now, unfortunately, government is not seeing the potential of milking our industry, because government usually milks every industry. We want you to milk our industry, because it is only when you see the milk in our industry that you will want to partner with this industry. Government continuously says they will do. They will give intervention funds. No, we don't want that. That thing you're saying about piracy, government does not understand how to nip it in the bud. Piracy has moved away from Alaba, but government cannot see it. COSON is actually a corrective measure of piracy. So we need you to empower people like COSON, and then the bodies that are, taking these things from us. Our artists, my 13th album is going to be out at the end of the month, but I can tell you that even from my first album, I've not made money. That's because, no, I'm telling you, a lot of record companies come and fold up. The record companies you have now are not record companies. They are hustlers who have money and then gather some boys and promote them and say they are record leaders. No. The record business is huge. It was when we frustrated them that they left Nigeria. Back in the 80s, Shino Peters would come on board, sing his mega song, and become an international star at home. He didn't have to go and collaborate with anybody abroad to be seen as international. He was big enough at home. The same time Michael Jackson was hot, Shino Peters was hot. So what I see government not seeing is that they need to empower us individually. Government should take stars as their faces to speak on behalf of government so that people can understand that you're working and then see that you see what you're doing. Every CD you buy in America, sir, the imprint is there, FBI anti-piracy warning. It means government is making sales and making money from every item. But Nigerian government is not making money from my CD, so they don't care. If government is the one buying my CD and selling back to the public, then government will care about piracy. Government needs to own it. The same way government owns oil. Own our products. Own our, invest in it. Take it. Every CD, I'm telling you for a fact, every CD you buy in America, FBI anti-piracy warning is there. It means if you steal from that intellectual property, you're stealing from the government. It does not obtain that way here. If I release my album, I negotiate with one marketer in Alaba, it goes into public space, someone else copies it, and then it's gone. Government does not care. They don't, we have an interaction between us. Sir, I'll finish now. Sir, you need to bring the young generation into your fold. They feel the older generation is not carrying them along. So they're getting more and more worthless and useless. You can see them all over social media. I get a challenge of pain when I see a very young kid talk to you anyhow on Twitter. They don't know how to express their pain. It's a collaborative world. As we speak, Majek Fashek is here. Government has not seen the need to take Majek Fashek off the guitar and the stage and take him as an ambassador across universities and schools to tell young people how not to go the wrong way. He has become an emblem of correction. These are the things that government is supposed to do. Some older generation artists that can no longer make it like that, they are supposed to be faces that young people will now look up to. But young people look at them as they have failed because government is not empowering that system. An old banker leaves, but he's still in the system one way or the other. So we need to reorientate this generation, sir, and it is at your desk, and I know you can do it. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Kofi the Guru. This is the reason we set up the COSON Arena, so that we can come and continuously discuss issues, find solutions to our issues, and make progress. And we're going to be having discussions here about what kind of issues. I've been talking with the CEO of the National Film and TV Center, who have scheduled a number of discussions of what to have. There are so many discussions. We are ready. Honourable Minister, we are ready to go with you and take the creativity industry to the next level. We don't just talk, we do. I know there's so many people here who want to say something, plenty. But today there is enough time to talk, and we'll make sure that we talk. I know that my brother Majek is preparing to say something. Maybe at some point to find time to do that. Please, can somebody clear the aisle here? All the paparazzi, the photographers, please clear the aisle. Let the Honourable Minister live here today without a symbol of the fact that on the 15th of July 2017, the Honourable Minister was live at COSON House. Other ministers will come, but history will have it that you are the very first to come live at COSON House. And we don't want that forgotten. So we do a little, very little presentation, sir, to you.
The book of time, the book of history. If your name is found in the book, you must have made a difference. For many generations, the names found in the book will be celebrated. Without them, the rights of creative people would have forever been trashed in Nigeria. When we are done today, the book will go back to where it came from, preserved in the vault of a bank, so that generations to come will know who made the difference.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this book is very important to us. The book of history. It came out of the bank club today in here. In this book, we enter the names of the people who have made the difference for the creative industry in Nigeria. Today, we will enter the name Lai Muhammed.
The historic visit of the Honourable Minister of Information and Culture to COSON House is critical evidence of the nature of the engagement which this exceptional public servant is pursuing. This is why today, COSON is proud to decorate Alhaji Lai Muhammed with the Copyright Medal of Honor and to enter his name in the book. And now, let everyone, everywhere be informed that on this 15th day of July 2017, the name Lai Muhammed has been entered into the COSON Roll of Honor for his showing of noteworthy dedication towards the respect and promotions of the rights of the creative people in Nigeria. And that the signature and thumbprint of Lai Muhammed has been placed in the book so that every generation can bear witness to these facts. Congratulations, sir.
Let's try this one.
Thank you very much. I feel very honored. I'm very proud that you gave me what and getting my name in this, what we call the book, in the COSON House. This occasion, once again, pledge to the entire industry that you will, in, out of office, continue to support the printing industry.
Put your flag down.
I must not fail this put on record participation for the amount of very elaborate preparation that's going into this event. Because all these things started from Monday. I think they showed the efficiency and competence of the process. They can put together a one-class presentation and did all this without contacting me. And I can show that 99% of what he said about it is correct. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Essay, all of these are for the ministers. We are just going to take a few minutes of the minister's time in the COSON boardroom with his DGs. We'll just rub minds on a few things. Prof will come, Professor Shodipo will be a singer, a representative of the DG of NCC, my brother, my brother there. Please, if you can just come. Because please, guys, heavy entertainment continues in the arena. Right, while we keep the minister here. Thank you very much.
Long live the king. Everybody
Honourable Minister, sir, formally, we want to welcome you again. When we met last month, you gave us some assignments to do. The second is a memo requesting for the implementation of the copyright levy of materials for the 2012 made pursuant to Section 4 of the Copyright Act. Again, we have stated what the position is. We have looked at what the situation has been, and we have stated what benefits we believe the country will derive from this. We want you to consider it and possibly take it to the Federal Executive Council. And the last is the ratification and domestication of 4 WIPO treaties, and we have listed the treaties: the WIPO Copyright Treaty 1996, WIPO Performance and Phonograph Treaty 1996, Beijing Treaty for Visual Performances 2012, and the Marrakesh Treaty on Access to Public Sports for persons who are blind, visually impaired, or otherwise disabled 2013. Again, this is really more an engagement with the Attorney General of the Federation, because our information is that the Federal Executive Council has already said that this should move ahead. Honourable Minister, this is the soft copy of all of this put here. So if you want to print on your letterhead, it's easy to do. I want to thank you. There are a number of issues, of course, that we were obliged to deal with especially with a lot of our friends here. When we met you in Abuja in 2016, November 2016, there were some agreements we had reached. Thereafter, our meeting with you, I believe we met with my brother, the DG of FRC, and the DG of NBC. If you recall, we have stated about the incredible amount of money we are owed by the broadcasting industry. We can't do what we are doing and take care of our membership if these people don't do that. We understand the difficulties, but we want them to begin to engage us. I met with the DG FRC several times, and DG, if you recall, we said we're going to go through these things as expeditiously as possible. It's almost 1 year since that meeting. We haven't heard from him, nothing has happened. At some point, we are almost irritated, we went to court. We don't want to go to court against the federal government organization if it can be helped. But we owe a responsibility to our members to make sure that their work is in vain. Please, we beg you to intervene and make this happen. Finally, and most importantly, Honourable Minister, in this room, 3 people who participated in drafting the Nigerian copyright law. They know the reason for which the copyright law was drafted. COSON would have been unable to do what we are doing if we were not united, if we were not an organization. Recently, we had something that appeared like a policy statement from the government, which was just going to destroy everything about business. Now we were informed that another collective management organization has been approved. Nobody consulted us, nobody spoke to us, nobody referred to us. And the instruction to the Copyright Commission to do this, my understanding, was issued by the Attorney General of the Federation. I immediately spoke to the Attorney General of the Federation. I met him. He was forthright with me to say he did not understand the issues. That in fact it was his SA media that was telling him do this. And at some point he asked his SA media, what is your interest in this matter? Why are you hounding me? But apparently they found a point when he was too busy or something and did a new and said, put your signatures, and he did. And I asked the Honourable Attorney General of the Federation, how long will it take you to redo what obviously is wrong? He said to me, 7 days. Unfortunately, 70 days have passed since he made that promise to me. And that's, if we don't correct things like this, all this progress, all this improvement will come to us. We just go back. He chaired the body that drafted the copyright law. He chaired the Nigerian Copyright Commission for 7 years. He understands what I'm talking about. Professor Shodipo here was in the committee that drafted the Nigerian Copyright law. He's been a practicing lawyer in this field. He understands we cannot do things like this without unity. Yes, I was part of drafting the Copyright Act. When Ghana had their problems with collective management, the government of Ghana sent for me. I went to Ghana. I resolved their issues. They are making progress. Then an SA media who has never attended a copyright class, doesn't know anything about what we are talking about, is the one making policy on behalf of the government. I was a little ashamed when I heard that, but these are some of the things you need to correct so that we can continue to make progress. Once again, on behalf of the board of COSON, we will celebrate today mightily. You have made us proud of being here. We are going to engage with you. We will storm the Go Hotel on Monday. be part of that process. So support it every which way they can. And I hope that you continue to call me those calls that I get, from you, because they elect me. And I say that Nigeria is not washed out. If the Honourable Minister is not too busy to call an ordinary musician like me, then...
Chairman, I beg to vote in here. The Honourable Minister has called me personally, and I'm not the chairman of it.
So we will put together a comprehensive We did.
I have a copy of it.
Yes, we'll send you a copy.
If you can also do what you have done for me. I don't think right now. These are the dangers. I will take it up with you. Because I know that I had a similar problem when he signed a letter in which he was asked to explain why the National Museum granted the film maker the use of the old Ministry of old Marina, the London office. So when I now reminded him, he said he cannot remember that you see, these things do happen because they look for when you are weakest and they bring the memories. Then sometimes they just give you the last page.
And you sign.
So I think, like I tweet anyway, we have an attorney general who is extremely very honest and very truthful. And if we, I think, let me just give you a name like what you have done.
Thank you for coming. I just want to join the press. I heard, like COSON, I heard of this approval given by the Attorney General. I was livid. I was angered. We took a deliberate decision. I remember what we had in the 80s. We were doing collective society. No individual copyright owner can monitor the use of this infringement. As we joined, we're not the first to start it. Came from America, Europe, and all that. A deliberate decision to take best control in whoever is responsible for culture. The reasons are clear, but they're not iterate them. So when I heard, like someone heard, I took liberty to write to the Attorney General. And I copied the Minister for Information and Culture. Surprise. And surprise. I sent you a copy. Just to say, look at the letter I've written to the Attorney General. I say, Attorney General, I forgive the picture of myself. Please, you will find the letter. Tell them.
We'll get a copy. You also said, Shego, I will make sure that these things get to you. I'll make sure that they get to your essay. And I'll be on your neck. I know how you feel.
Something about the movie.
I'll make sure she
What the main things are is the law says you are in charge. Whoever is in charge of culture, not the ministry. So that's what we want you to understand, sir. You have the duty there. If anything goes wrong, you really know.
So, Chief, yeah. Well, so first of all, thank you for coming. Because it's very important.
But there's a way they don't thank you for coming in Nigeria.
We're still coming. The music industry is still coming. No, but just to follow up what Chief was saying earlier, we actually prepared, which I think he's given to an essay, but I just wanted to bring it up. The core issues, about 5 core issues that we feel affect primarily the music industry. And they were to do with access to finance, to do with public facilities, to enable touring and live entertainment, to do with piracy and distribution, to do also with music education. We feel strongly that music education should be in our schools and should be enabled, and then also to do with basic support in the sense of, he talks about the copyright levy, but there are ways and means in terms of collateralization of content and IP and valuation of catalogs, which have been going on for at least 100 years, which I think our bankers have been very lazy to adopt. But I think at this point in time, based on what happened on Monday, this is IB's general manager at Chocolate City, and she put together the memo for us. It's with your people.
We will get it again to Sheikh.
No, he will have it. He has it as well. Just want to make sure it's mentioned.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, before I make my introduction to the Honourable Minister,
Thank you for honoring our invitation. God bless you.
I want to use this medium to thank this man, the Korodi, Obiasika, because when I was young, before I take injection, my mom was playing his music for me to listen to. So the capacity of what they are holding, because I left back to the United States in 2012, because my jet is to be signing all the recognized meter code in the United States. So, now, coming back, during the ups and downs, I saw what COSON personally did. Even if Honourable and so many of them did to support me. But there's one thing I want to say that is very, very important. If you go to Los Angeles or go to any place in New York, mention any corporate body or Nigerian president or whatever, or major manufacturer, they know it. Now, last year when I was in London, we went to London, because I heard you said that we should be producing here. But we need equipment, we need power, very important, so that our boys can be flying over. While we're in England, so with this projection, we signed a contract that this song he did in 1992. That's what the United States is using now to feed 2 charity homes to raise funds to fight against terrorism. It's on the internet. If you type in, we are not afraid by my president, you see 200 Americans pass by it, even Hillary Clinton. We did it yesterday like Honourable. This is African brand. Do you understand? This year is 30 years on stage. This year coming out with a new album. Because of this, for them to be using this to support charity homes, he decided that we should come out with an album with children. That's why we came back to Nigeria to the college. We should come back. And we have to be here. He mentioned that people have to be here with Brother Efe. We're together today. We say, no, Honourable Minister is here. You people have to be here. So what am I saying? If the United States as a whole, Hillary Clinton, then can come together, do this old song to raise funds, to support 2 big charity homes in the US. This is on the internet. I have one-on-one with them. We should focus on COSON and our entertainment industry.
Thank you very much. I know that you have so much to say to the Honourable Minister. Yeah, but the Honourable Minister has another meeting to write, and I have access to the Honourable Minister. So whatever we cannot say today, we can put together and send to him. I want to thank him. I want to thank his generals that have come here with him. The DG of NTA, I called him and response immediately. The DG of FRC, the CEO of National Film and Video Censors Board, the CEO of the NTDC. I've been to your office in Area 1 so many times. Essay, all the essays there, and everyone who has followed the Honourable Minister to make history today at COSON House is a very proud day for us. But at COSON, there is something about us. We don't say anything we don't. Once we say we're going to do, we will. And we like to work with people who make promises to us and keep them. We will love you like we love you now. But if we don't think that we are, you know, doing the things you say to us,
accepting our invitation,
yeah, you know, you know, the love can easily go to something else. But we will not let it happen. Our full love. You know, Shebu, I've called your name how many times? How many times have I called your name? You are the bridge between us and getting these things implemented. If they are implemented for the good of our country, for the very good of our country, and that's what drives us. Thank you again, sir. You know, we will let you move on to your next.
Thank you very much.
PhD.
COSON.